Yeah, of course. Good to go. Okay. Welcome back to the press conference room. We are joined here by the Drake Bulldogs. We will start with a opening statement from head coach Allison Pullman.
Well, first of all, thanks for being here. Holy cow, it's Hoops in the Heartland. So it's fantastic, obviously, to be here. Fantastic for it to be noon on Friday for us to be able to step on the court after a phenomenal banquet, being welcomed here to the Quad Cities. We were able to take the floor. I thought, you got two outstanding contributors to my right and to my left, amongst 12 other people on our team that I thought were able to stay very focused today to be able to come out and beat a very gritty Indiana State team.
Grace, you see these scheduling quirks at this time of year where a team will end the regular season and then start the conference tournament with the same team. I know you guys only knew that you were going to play Indiana State for about 24 hours. Did you start the scout over? Was it easier to just kind of pick up right where you left off last weekend?
Yeah, very familiar, which was good. Last game went in our favor. I think we scouted for both. You're not going to assume anything. It's March, great time of the year, but I think, we were ready.
And just how pivotal was getting off to a good start tonight and just, kind of taking a lot of the drama out of the game early?
Yeah, I think it's always nice to come and just, I guess, start really well. I think it just gives a lot of people confidence just from right out of the gate. And I think it was really helpful for us just down the stretch. I know Grace and I were talking about we just need to see one go in, There's a little jittery, it's postseason, it's March, and so to have a good start is really, it calms the nerves, I think, so yeah.
Okay, you two have been through this routine a number of times. Talk about the familiarity and how much it helped, being in this arena in the past and the comfortability factor for you two.
It makes a difference. Done it just a few times. I think just everyone's so welcoming too. Just having a bunch of people behind our backs on our side. And I don't know, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say.
Yeah, I think when we come here, we always tell ourselves that we're at home here, and I think that is because we have, we've been here and we've experienced playing in this arena, but yeah, just really, I don't know, we're at home, I guess. Yeah.
Nap Center East.
Yes, indeed.
Talk about the start. Couldn't have been much better for you in that first quarter, could it?
Well, normal coaches would say yes, it could be. Definitely could be better. Because you always want to nitpick a small thing here and there. But, anytime you're in postseason, anytime you have the opportunity to really play deep into March, it's just ultimately about, at the very end, our team feels very, very good to advance. But, the quick starts, are really great for us to be able to get off on the right foot. I think our team does a phenomenal job, especially staying very, very in tune with exactly what the game plan is and attacking that. And then as we go on, continuing to make adjustments. So kudos to them for being able to make those, small, minor detail changes. But I also would definitely have to give props to, you talk about preparation. Our coaching staff is phenomenal. And so as far as getting us prepared, getting us ready to go, having those conversations on the bench of two specific players or individuals on very small things, just very blessed with a really, really solid, very bright coaching staff.
It's pushing 7 weeks, I think, since you guys last lost. Just with a veteran group coming here where everything obviously resets, just how tuned in and locked in has this team been now that, it's postseason play?
I would give them a lot of credit because I think what we've been able to do is to really, really stay in the moment. And every day is big. Today was extremely big. Tomorrow's going to be big. And what our future is after that is big. And so really trying to take it 1 second, 1 minute, 1 day at a time, one opponent at a time. We've really bought into that instead of trying to forecast what potentially could happen, what happened 7 weeks ago. Nobody even knew what we had for pregame meal today. So, kind of going into that mostly, we're just excited for the opportunity to continue to be here, to be together, and then to grow as we play this wonderful game of basketball.
In the back.
Anna and Grace, the team really seemed to be communicating out on the court. How important is proper communication to the game?
Yeah, I can start. I think communication just really helps us get in the flow on offense and defense. especially in our zone and in any defense that we play, sometimes, there's people cutting a lot, and just being able to talk through that, I think that enhances our defense a lot. And then on offense, we play based on reads and seeing what each person has, and so communication is really important in that too, just so that we're all on the same page, knowing, okay, you don't want two people cutting on top of each other. But yeah, like I said, just really about the flow of the game. I think communication really enhances that.
Yeah, I mean, that's key for us. Expected, it's part of our culture. Like Anna said, offense and defense, complicated, but communication is what makes it go.
Good answer.
Anna, you had 12 rebounds this game. Does playing Indiana State help just right before this? Does that help that you know their game plan, you know how to rebound, know how to play them better, that you can get that much?
Yeah, I think they're a team that crashes really, really hard, and so from the beginning of the game, we said that we needed to really do a really good job rebounding on defense and offense as well. But yeah, I think playing them just last week, right up, we had how many offensive rebounds did they get in the first quarter? Like 7 or something. Mm-hmm. And so we were a little shocked by that. So really having to come out and knowing that, okay, this is what we can expect from them. So we just had to rebound even better.
Absolutely.
Coach, your team's ball movement was on point this game, especially Katie Dennebier was on the floor. What does it mean to have her on the team and the type of player she is, able to run the offense?
Yeah. Well, between, both Katie at the point guard and then also Ava Hawthorne, and, we have a number of other people. So, I would say just to make the magic work, one of the things within our offensive system is that continued ball movement. And Katie might start a lot of that off just because of high outlets and how fast she is. I would say the same exact thing about Ava. But ultimately, it's about playing team basketball. And I think what's really great and what our entire team embraces is that we're able to set each other up, because if we cut extremely hard to the paint, there's always going to be somebody open, or hopefully there is. But kudos, I think, to our team in understanding that. And Katie kind of kickstarted us to get us ready to be able to make sure that we execute and have success in that.
Going into this next game, what challenges do you expect to face, or what do you think you need to plan for the most?
Yeah, in all honesty, I would reverse your word from challenges to opportunities. I think we have an amazing opportunity to watch this next game to figure out exactly who it is that we're going to play. Then we'll come back and be able to put together, a fun, hopefully, game plan that's, spot on. Have dinner with our team and be able to talk about Scout this evening, and then wake up tomorrow and be extremely, extremely happy to be in the semifinals.
Any other questions from the media?
What's the confidence level with you guys right now?
I mean, hopefully it looks high. It's high, but I think, like Allison said, just staying really present in the moment, not looking in the past, not looking in the future, keeps us grounded.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think at all about the win streak or not?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Well, until we brought up we lost 7 weeks ago, I didn't know that either. No offense, no offense.
Any other questions?
Coach, just a quick one
Yeah.
for you, kind of off the radar here a little bit. Have you seen, going back to Caitlin Clark and what she's done for the women's game?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen any carryover from that excitement to your games, to what's happening in the Valley?
Oh, absolutely. I would say, especially, when we travel places, or especially when we're at home, and you watch the amount of fans that we have that continue to come to our games. I think what's really special is you've seen many Anna Millers, many Grace Bergs running around in their jerseys. They're wanting the gear, they're wanting, to look up to their role models and stuff. I think women's basketball has definitely been on the radar. I think from a Drake standpoint, we have a phenomenal fan base, which will only continue to grow each and every day as we continue to play. So I do think. I think women's basketball, I think it's growing. I think it is a special event to take part of, because what better to do than to celebrate women who are having success playing a sport that they love. Cool stuff?
Yeah. All right, we're good. Thank you, ladies.
Guys.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, how are you, man?
Good. Feels
Staying out of trouble?
Yeah.
Good.
I have to with these ones.
Yep. Keep them out of trouble now.
Yeah. Chelsea and Maya.
Chelsea and Maya. Perfect. That's what I thought. Oh, Lord Jesus. That could have been bad.
We'll be in touch with football soon enough.
We are now joined by the Indiana State Sycamores. We're going to start with an opening statement from the coach.
Tough ball game. Drake is a really, really good team. I thought we did a good job in the first half. It kind of got away from us. In the second half, obviously, they spent too much time at the free throw line. Fast break points. We did a much better job as far as protecting the paint. Last time we saw Drake, they got 60 points in the paint. We cut that in half. Really good ball club. And they put the ball in the hole. They do a great job of sharing the basketball. They have very good chemistry, so it's a tough ball game. You really have no room for error when you play Drake. They're a great team, good example of what March looks like. And it was a good experience for our babies. So super proud of our seniors. They have stepped up for us all year long. We have been very resilient all year long. And I'm proud of the way that we played today and went out.
We'll open up the floor for any questions from the media. Yes.
What positives can you take away from this tournament as a whole, even though it wasn't the outcome you guys were looking for?
We'll start with Coach, and then we'll go.
I think just what I just ended with is the experience for our babies. We have 4 true freshmen on this team. We had 10 brand new bodies on this team who have never faced the Missouri Valley Conference before. Our conference, I call it the Baby Big Ten, because we are a really, really good conference from top to bottom. There's no nights off. You can't really look on the schedule and pinpoint that this is going to be an automatic win. You have to fight every night. And so it's really good experience for them to be able to experience Drake, experience Northern Iowa, the mainstays in this league, so that when they continue to grow, their sophomore year, junior year, senior year, they know what is expected, they know what it takes to go out and win a championship.
Chelsea, do you have anything to add?
I say positives from this game is not giving up. We played them, that was our last game, and it was, I feel like we played them better than how we played them before. So that was a positive. Just also, like she said, like just the Sage, she is a freshman, and just the 4 that yesterday's game, she did an amazing job. So just that experience is a good positive for her. So she knows that feeling. Even today she did good. So I'm just expecting her to have an awesome next 3 years in her career.
Absolutely. Maya?
Excuse me. I'm going to piggyback on them because as what they both said is great. Like, I feel like that was a great experience for everyone on the team, and everyone who touched the floor today sees what it will take or what needs to be done to, actually come out on top once down the line we'll see. But I really just feel like the fight that we showed, and at some points, like we could have dropped our heads and like just, sat down and let the game turn into just all out war for one team, not the other. Maybe not a war. What do you call them? You just, but we could have sat down and just took the beating, but we decided to fight back. At some point, I feel like if we would have turned them turnovers into points, it would have been even better. But we live, we learn.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
With those 10 new bodies and with everyone in general that you mentioned, what do you plan to do during this off season to kind of come back stronger?
There's a lot of unknown, obviously, with our program. But I think with any program, with the talented young ladies that we have, with the fight that they have shown and have, you have to build off that. You have to definitely sharpen up the tools that they already have, but make them even more versatile because we're not the biggest team as far as height. There's a lot of advantage when we face a lot of teams because they are a lot taller than we are. So we have to make sure that we stretch their talent, make them even more versatile, so that when they step on the floor, you have to find a lot of different ways to come out there and compete against us.
Has anything been decided about your situation yet?
Not as of yet, no.
Okay. You want the head coaching job though, I presume?
To my knowledge, it's not open. Coach K is still handling his situation. Indiana State, we're still behind him. This is his program. I have been filling in because most of these young ladies I recruited. These are like my daughters. And so I've done everything in my power to make sure that they finish the right way. I absolutely would love to be a head coach. That is my desires. That's why you go in and you put in the work. You spend 95% of your time away from your family at home. I'm from Arkansas. And so that my family in Terre Haute can get the very best of me. I believe that they felt that this year. If they didn't, I didn't do my job. But I would absolutely love to be a head coach. Definitely would love to continue to coach my babies.
Speaking of coaching, talk about the quick turnaround. Having to play them the last weekend of the regular season, second game here. Was it more difficult, easier to prepare? Describe the situation?
I thought it was easier in terms of the expectation. When you very first play Drake, they're going to be 5 to 10 steps ahead because of the way they play. They truly are unbelievable when it comes to fast break transition and how hard they play every possession. That's a testament to their coaching staff. Also to the talent level that they have on the floor. So that first game, you get a little taste of experience. The second game, the expectation rises as coaches. For our situation, the third game, my expectation was to step on that floor and play to win. There was no more training. The expectation was risen as far as coaches. We knew that we had very little room for error, but if we went out and played our game, we had the opportunity to beat Drake. If we sprint back, because they play a very simple game. They run the floor, they backdoor cut, they read defense, they shoot the three, and they finish layups. It sounds simple. Basketball hasn't changed, but you have to do the work. And they do a good job of playing hard the entire game. So.
But then they come out and get off to that great start on you. That had to be a little bit tough to swallow.
Absolutely. You want your team to make those shots. I thought we had great looks. Looking at the stats, we had more shot attempts than they did. They made more shots than we did. They made 5 more threes than we did. That's 15 points right off the bat. We lose this ball game by what, 22? So you take 15 points from the three-point line that we gave up when we teach closing out, taking away that wide open look. A lot of those shots were wide open. Challenge shots are a lot tougher. Offensive rebounding, we normally do a much better job on the boards. We only had 6 offensive rebounds. They had 11. That's another category that we wanted to key in on. But again, they play so hard. You know, those back-to-back games for us, our mainstays, our seniors, they play a lot of minutes. They have played a ton of minutes all year. So, yes, that back-to-back game played a big factor, but it didn't with our heart. We laid it out there on the line, and we finished the right way.
Any other questions from the media? Thank you, ladies. Best of luck in your future.
Thanks, ladies.